Hey folks, this is Dom. I'm joining an Eldritch Moon pre-release draft. Drafted this set in person 3 times. Hopefully I have some semblance of a clue what I'm doing. We'll see what we open here. This is a pretty bad pack, so good way to start. Permeating Mass is a strange card, but it's not very good. I'm not looking to first pick this at all. It's only 1 red card and it's Blood Mist. Court Homunculus is good in the blue-red spells deck, but I'm not going to take it first. This card is kind of bad, dirtily. I think unsubstantiate's a little overrated. Like, it's fine, but it's basically just disperse. You're not going to take that early. So, the cards I'm looking at are, awkwardly, Olivia's Dragoon and Steadfast Cathar. And these are, this two drops are good. This format's sort of like Origins, where like you need to get on the board, play some stuff. I've been pretty happy when I've drafted black before, so I think I'm going to go with the Dragoon. There's also no other really playable black cards in this pack, so whereas there's a couple other good white cards, so we'll go with the Dragoon to start. Up next, Savage Alliance is pretty strong. I think that's going to be the pick here. The only other black card's Midnight Scavengers, which is fine, but I'm not taking it quite this early. It's sort of like a 5-mana Gravedigger. If you can assemble Voltron with the Chittering Host, that's great. But otherwise, it's fine, but not great. Savage Alliance is a pretty good card. It's an instant. You can pay 4 mana to kill a 3 toughness creature and all their 1 toughness creatures. Randomly giving your guys trample's not bad. I like these flexible escalate cards. Awkwardly, Brazen Wolves may be the next best card in the pack, but I'm clearly not taking Borrowed Malevolence here. This is pretty low impact spell, so Savage Alliance it is. We're passing another Geist the Lonely Vigil. Yeah, Wolfkin Bond is okay. It's not Knightly Valor, though, but it's close. I have liked green. The deck I 3-0'd with was black-green, but Savage Alliance, good spell. Here we've got Eldritch Evolution. I feel like is kind of jumping through hoops. Just you're still 2 for winning yourself to upgrade your creature. I feel like Tangle Claw Werewolf card's fine. Block an additional werewolf. Sigardian Priest is pretty strong. It's probably just the best card, actually. It's unfortunate It's also a Guardian of Pilgrims. Certain Death is fine, but I'm not excited about it. Sensia Banquet's pretty much unplayable. It's the only red card. See, I think I'm going to go with the Sigardian Priest. Try not to get too committed. Like, the Savage Alliance is definitely the best card I have so far, but this Olivia's Dragoon is basically just the 2/2. Which is better in this format than others, but still not really sure where we're going yet. Alright, Ironclad Slayer is pretty good if you can get, like, choking restraints. So you're not really having equipment die very often. Wretched Griff is pretty strong. I don't know if we haven't seen really any good blue yet, though, so I'm a little unsure about that. Weirded Vampire is good with a Dragoon. It's not that good in general. So, basically, do I want the Slayer or the Weirded Vampire? I think I'm going to take the Ironclad Slayer. I also haven't drafted white yet in the set. I just want to learn. Alright, that's a good sign. Second Sigardian Priest, pack 5. It makes me want to stay in white. Deranged Whelp is a reasonable 2-drop, and I'd be happy to take it here, but Sigardian Priest is definitely a premium common. It's probably the second best white common after Choking Restraints. So again, a card that we want to see. Not really much blue here. Or sorry, not much black here. Wailing Ghoul's pretty bad, so I think we're probably not going to play this Dragoon. So right now I would say we're definitely white, and we're not sure what the second color is. Fury Blade Vampire. This is a pretty reasonable card. It gets very big, and it has trample. It's fine. I think it's probably better than Faithbearer Paladin. The consideration here, I don't mind Swift Spinner either, but we've already passed a lot of green. Faithbearer Paladin, I think, is slightly worse than Fury Blade Vampire, but we're more likely to know that we're going to play it. But Hopefully can shape up like a red-white aggro sort of deck. I'm gonna take the risk here. Lashweed Lurker is sweet, but it's not in our colors. Another Ironclad Slayer. This card I think is a little overrated. It's good if you're beating down really hard, basically, but I'm just gonna take this 3/2. We're not really seeing a lot of good cards here. You can take another Fury Blade Vampire. Alright, so this one's between Desperate Sentry and Faithbearer Paladin. Both these cards are fine. This card's better in a slower deck. I think it's pretty close. Field Creeper is not great. I'm gonna put this to the board. Usually when in doubt, I'll take the cheaper creature though. But we do already have 2/2 drops. I think I'm gonna take the Paladin. It seems to fit this deck a little better. Spectral Reserves, Field Creeper, Bard Malevolence, all very mediocre. So we'll take the Spectral Reserves. We'll have some flyers. Nothing good here. I don't really like this card. It's super expensive to equip. But we're not going to play the Banquet or the Peace of Mind, so I'm going to take it. We'll probably not play it. Foil Plains. There's two. Is this Plains foil? Yeah, okay. It's hard to tell. Not playing Cather's Shield. There, whoops. Alright, I'll take the Banquet to pass a black card, but we're certainly not playing it. This pack did not go super well. Other than the Savage Alliance and the 2 priests, our deck's pretty mediocre. We're going to need to hit some madness. Wish I had taken the white 2-drop, but we obviously didn't know. That was a very close pick. Hopefully open something sweet. Our deck's like bad enough, especially in red, that okay, well Handwear Garrison is great and it's in our colors. So that's almost certainly gonna be the pick. Another Sigardian Priest. This pack's pretty bad otherwise, actually. We got 2 good red cards. I would be happy taking Conduit of Storms too, but Handwear Garrison is great. We're definitely gonna be happy to like slant more aggro. This whole pack is red and white cards. We're probably going to wheel something from this pack. Cultist Staff is more playable equipment than the Slayer's Cleaver is. And we're really looking more for enchantments with the... also don't hate Blessed Alliance. I'd be okay with taking that too. So yeah, there's a lot of good red and white cards in this pack, so we'll probably wheel something. Hammer Garrison's clearly where we want to be. If we get the Writhing Township, that'd be pretty hysterical. Alright, so here we've got, it's just a 2/2. Dawn Griff is just a white Windrake. It's a flyer, it's fine. Or Geistfield Scarecrow. This card's good if it's like near the top of your curve. But this is close, I think, actually. Both these cards are medium. If we're not, I don't imagine getting very high on the curve with a deck like this, so just having a 4-mana 4/4 seems pretty good. So it's also an uncommon, so we're most likely to see another one. That could be wrong. I think it's close. Alright, so here I'm just going to take Guardian of Pilgrims, find 2-drop. And there's not much else here in red or white. Oath of Liliana is probably good and constructed, but it's not good and limited. Like, just 3 mana sorcery speed, make them sack a creature is basically unplayable. And so Guardian of Pilgrims it is. We got a couple options here. So there's Thermo Alchemist, which we have very few instants and sorceries, so it's probably just the 0/3 that pings them, so that's not super great. Fiendbinder. We do need some removal. Alchemist Greeting is a good card. We do need something to discard to this Fury Blade Vampire, and it could be a pretty huge beating. This is definitely like a best case scenario. This card's very good. I think the Fiendbinder is a little overrated. I wouldn't mind having one, but given our lack of removal and lack of madness cards, I think it's going to be Alchemist Greeting. Here we've got choice between Brazen Wolves and Dawn Griff again. And the Brazen Wolves attacks for 4. Like, I think that's what we want to be doing. I like the evasion, but I think the wolves are a little bit better here. Oh wow, that is a super late choking restraints. That's clearly the pick. I would have been happy to take a steadfast Cathar, but yeah. So choking restraints is like a first pickable card. I don't know what it's still doing there. It's a little worse in against emerge decks, so that's something to be aware of. But since you can sacrifice it and then get it back with Ironclad Slayer, that's pretty nice. I think I'm going to take Repel the Abominable. Like, these cards are pretty replaceable. They're just random creatures, and this is an interesting trick. We also have a lot of humans. We have some anyway. This is a human soldier. Yeah, we got a few in the Faithbearer Paladins. We have like 5 or 6 humans. Probably going to get more, so this is a pretty interesting trick. It's more than just a fog in a deck with humans in it. Alright, so this was this was not our first pack. We're still waiting on the first pack. Alright, so I'm going to take Faithbearer Paladin because there's nothing else. I'm probably not going to play 2 of them, though. Alright, so here's our first pack. We didn't do that well, actually. Long Road Home. Just blink a creature and bring it back. It's an interesting sideboard card. I can see Cultist Staff being good in this deck, too, though, so I think I'm going to take this. Start equipment with the Ironclad Slayer, possibly. Or if we can also discard equipment to the Fury Blade Vampire and then get it back with the Ironclad Slayer, so that's kind of nice. 3 is kind of a steep equip cost, but its expensive equipment are a little better in decks with less cheap creatures because it kind of prevents you from flooding out, and it can turn your 2-drops into threats late in the game. So it's not bad. Iron Rites Cleansing is a good sideboard card. I'm kind of psycho about 2-drops this format, though, so I'm just going to take the Reaver, even though we may not play it. Nothing good here. I'm going to take somebody's Convolute. I'm going to take somebody's Woodcutter's Grit, actually. I don't think we're getting convoluted that much. So we don't... I keep passing flyers. That's something to be aware of. All we have to flying is a Spectral Reserve, so we probably want to prioritize getting a creature with flying. Hope I don't play Distemper of the Blood. It does have Madness, so maybe with the Fury Blades, but that's something I'm excited to play. Let's take this Crop Sigil. So I'm just going to admit now that I'm... Oh, wow. Okay, sure. I'll play that. I kind of wish I had taken the Sorcery. I'm going to admit now that I'm much worse with Shadows than I am with Eldritch Moon. So I was not playing much. I think I drafted Shadows twice and didn't, like... I played in a pre-release and drafted it twice, and I barely played any Standard. So I'm kind of more getting back into current set Magic. So I'm much less confident in my Shadows ability. Hopefully we can find our way. Maybe we'll just open Avacyn. I know I'm supposed to take that if we open Avacyn. That would be sweet. So we're waiting on one more pick here. Alright. Drogskull Cavalry. This is sweet, but I think we probably are just supposed to take Fiery Temper. Because we need removal, we need Madness spells, and this deck's probably never casting a 7-drop. It's weird to pass a rare in your colors. I mean, it's a good card, but I just don't see us casting very often. I would still take it if, like, the Fiery Temper was a garbage common or something. Or a different color. But let's see what else we got. So we're probably not wheeling anything. We could wheel the Inspiring Captain. That's actually a card I would like to get. It's very good in aggressive decks. So it's interesting. I wonder if we were going to take... if there were no Fiery Temper, would we take Inspiring Captain or Drogskull Cavalry? I think it might even be the Captain still, but Fiery Temper is definitely correct here. Fort Town, we're not splashing. It's going to be a Hellpack Wolf. I don't hate Apothecary Geist either. We're kind of getting a bit of a glut on 3-drops. But Puncturing Light I'm not a huge fan of. Like, we're probably not leaving at mana. We're probably not trying to kill their attackers. Like, what does this do? Makes a spirit. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. So yeah, probably wheeling nothing here, but yeah, I'm going to take the wolf. Angelic Purge, Spectral Shepherd, so another Windrake, Apothecary Geist again. This isn't bad. I think it's going to be Angelic Purge though. We need... Is there some way to split, separate, removal? No, okay. Oh wow, I think I just misclicked. Oh no, I still got it, okay. I'm not sure what happened, but I got the card I wanted, so that's good. Here we can either send a message or take the Dauntless Cathar. So we have how many good 3s? I think Dauntless Cathar is a better card, but I think we may just not need it. So we have Handwear Garrison, 2 Ironclad Slayers, Brazen Wolves, Hellpackle. So we have 5 2s, and then Fiery Tempers, hopefully a 1, and we have the Choking Restraints. So we have 7 2s. I think I may actually take the Messenger, even though this is a pretty decent 1-drop. 2-2 with Menace is fine. Give us some aggressive draws. I don't like Reduce to Ashes, it's really expensive. I would definitely take Dauntless Cathar in a vacuum, but like we do have plenty of fine 3s already, so I'm going to put this over here. Breakneck Rider? Don't mind if I do. So I think we got rewarded for the last pick because this is a 3 that's good enough that I want to play it for sure. 3 mana 3/3 is great, and then giving all your attackers +1/+0, and it pumps itself. And trample, yeah, okay. There, we're in. I'm in. There's that Inspiring Captain. Senseless Rage, really good with the Fury Blade Vampires, but I don't think it's good enough to play it otherwise. And this Inspiring Captain is going to be quite good in our deck, so I'm going to go with that. So I can take a dual shot for sideboard or a double Thorn Fox. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think if I play the double, I'd rather play a double Thorn Fox than the Falconwrath Reaver. So we're gonna play it in the main deck. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that. Of course, we got a Moorland Drifter, so I'm probably not gonna play it now. But oh well. Inspiring Captain did wheel. What is Reckless Scholar still doing here? People realize that this card is like absurdly good, right? Like it just like lets you madness everything. Okay, Apothecary Geist, that's cool too. Spectral Shepherd or Insolent Neonate. It's actually close, I think. I wish we had more flyers, but we have enough 3s. I don't think we're going to play either of these, though. I'm going to take the Shepherd. I don't know if we'll main deck it. I wonder if we wheel that Port Town, we could theoretically have a blue activation. Although we probably already passed. Yeah, I think we're already past that pack. Let's just do. Whatever. Obviously, I'm taking the white card. Don't think I'm in the main deck. Survive the Night's a decent trick. Sideboard, and this card's not playable. And a Swamp. I think this went reasonably good. We may even be able to play 16 lands. We're just going to try to beat him to death. Aggro him out. This card's been added to my collection. Deck building has started. Sort by converted mana cost. Oh, now there's a group creature separately. Interesting. Okay. So you drafted 22 creatures. We don't need to play all of them. I think I'm actually gonna do this. I kind of like adding cards instead of cutting them. So for removal, like we definitely want Fiery Temper and Savage Alliance and Choking Restraints for 100%. It's usually just try to like start with the best cards and then go from there. So we're definitely playing these Priests. Definitely playing Breakneck Rider, Hellpack Wolf, Handwear Garrison, Brazen Wolves. Actually not sure on this one. Definitely can play 1 Inspiring Captain, 1 Faith Bearer. I get a group separately again. The big question, I think, is do we play the Fury Blade Vampires and the Alchemist Greeting? It's sort of like as a package. Like I think the Alchemist Greeting is not good enough if we don't have Madness Outlets. Probably going to play this. And then We also kind of have this package with the staff and the Ironclad Slayers. I'm definitely playing this guy too. The Guardian of Pilgrims. I think I like playing this Fog. How many humans do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Although we're probably not attacking with the priests. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot. If I play these Ironclads too. So we do that. This. It's already on 21. We're going to play 16 lands for sure here. Question is going to be, do we play 8/8 or 9 mountains? I think is the main question. This has turned out to be a very interesting deck. I think the Apothecary Geist is not going to be good enough unless we're playing all these spirits. So maybe we're going to have like a sideboard flying package or something. So you want to play like one more expensive card, so maybe I'll play the Scarecrow. And then can either play the Staff. So I'm literally playing no creatures with flying right now, so that's something to be aware of. So I wonder if all this flying is better. I like this deck, it seems sweet. Maybe just play one more 2-drop. It's probably, I like 7 2-drops, it seems like a good number. So we're not going to play the Staff right now. I think I'll board the Staff in if the matchup seems grindy. I think I'm just going to try to run over people main deck here. Do I have any chance of getting Delirium? I have an Artifact, some instants, 1 enchantment, 2 sorceries. I'm going to assume that this is not going to get flying. So do I want to play a 2/2 or a 3/1? I'm already playing, kind of playing a variety. I got some 3 toughness, some. Yeah, let's try the Fox. I'm not sure if that's right. I also don't draft aggro decks that much. So. Moto says 8/8. I'm a little worried about getting double red, but it's definitely better to have the first white than the second red. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. See how it plays out. Whoops. I kind of want this sort thing to go away. Combined groups, there we go. For some reason, this is here, this should be here. I feel like Moto just got very confused, actually. There we go. Yeah, I like this deck. So we can board out. We basically have since we have 5 minutes to think about this. So we have second Faithbearer Paladin. And then we basically have, this can gain life, this can gain life. So we've got the ability to gain some life, which is going to be good in aggro mirrors. Sometimes lifelink, a card like Faithbearer Paladin is sometimes better in a deck like this than it is in a slow deck, because you get in racing situations and then gaining life is just backbreaking. I'm wondering if I should get this Staff in there. I have 18 creatures. We just have a lot of things we can suit up later. Although I'm gonna need mana to use the Guardian Priests also. I think I'm gonna go with this. There's gonna be, if we want to slow down, we can board out these 3 cards. And board in these, or not these, I don't want this one. Board these in. Gain some life. We can board this in removal light matchups. It's against green decks mostly. And yeah, there's also this to pump things. Survive the Night's good against removal. Got another 2. If we really want to go in on the Fury Blades, we can board these guys in, but these just don't seem very good. But yeah, I like how this deck turned out. I think we should at least be able to go 2-1. So I'm gonna submit, and I'll be back soon with round 1, and hopefully we'll go take down run over some people with Boros.